Hello and welcome to History News Network. I, Alyssa Tanner, am your host for today's segment, A Look Back in Time. Today is February 27th, 2023. I am reporting live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and it has been 50 years since the occupation at Wounded Knee. The occupation was largely started by AIM, the American Indian Movement, led by Russell Means, Dennis Banks, and several Native American leaders. They were founded as a militant, political, and civil rights organization in 1968. From 1969 to 1971, AIM inhabited Alcatraz Island just outside the San Francisco Bay because they claimed a treaty provision granted them the rights to any unused federal land. In November of 1972, AIM members marched on the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Washington, D.C. to protest the programs that controlled the development of reservations. Early in the morning of February 27, 1973, Oglala Lakota Indians and the members of AIM stole into Wounded Knee on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation and took 11 hostages. They had chosen this specific location due to its symbolic value, the Wounded Knee Massacre in 1890. Shortly after, the area was contained by the U.S. Marshals, the FBI, and local law enforcement to keep the Native Americans there and to keep sympathizers out. They sought to impeach the tribal president, Richard Wilson, whom they accused of corruption and abusing his opponents, and demanded an investigation. In March, a U.S. Marshal was shot and paralyzed, while in April, a Cherokee and an Oglala were killed, as well as 8 Native Americans wounded. A civil rights activist by the name Ray Robinson went missing and has been presumed dead since. The Oglala Sioux Civil Rights Organization, OSCRO, demanded a reopening of treaty negotiations because the U.S. government had failed to fulfill the treaties which were already in place. There was wide media coverage on the event itself, particularly after the press accompanied 2 U.S. senators from South Dakota to attempt to calm things down. On May 8, 1973, the U.S. Marshals and the FBI were able to negotiate the Native Americans out of Wounded Knee, but because of the damage done to the already poor community, the settlement remained unoccupied for 20 years after the event. The occupation at Wounded Knee lasted for only 71 days, but it is something that will not soon be forgotten. This is Alyssa Tanner of History News Network, signing out.